Alright, time for a Nocturne game. I will be playing against a Rek'Sai here, which is not the most ideal thing in the world. Rek'Sai definitely has like a pretty reasonable time against me. I do have the option of obviously blocking her knock-up with my spell shield, which can be quite nice. But yeah, for the most part I do have to be a bit careful early on. Just a bit. I'm gonna be mostly worried about like a 3-camp invade potentially. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna start topside here because I just kind of clear towards bot here. I think this will end up working out the best. Just a sequence down there, and then we can look for like ults pretty much right after the second clearish finish potentially. I will see. Like even if top lane gets pushed in, I could like walk in like this after finishing my initial full clear for that gank too. But I think like if I can focus on Koklulu, that'd be good because you don't want those to get a free time essentially. ELO of this game is like Diamond 3, Diamond 4 MMR, so you are aware of the situation. And I'll be showing you how to carry with Nocturne. Champ's very good at it. Very easy with this champion overall. Doesn't have to require much thought, which, yeah, you'll see. I'll explain. Take W second for the attack speed. Make sure to stand on your Q path as well the entire time. So you have the increase in damage. There we go. That's getting a little poked already. After level 6, by the way, like mid lane looks to be a very good gank opportunity. Every time Lissandra has ultimate, I definitely want to be going mid lane as much as possible. I have to try to get the LeBlanc out of the way. But that's definitely something I'm thinking about as well. Also for the build, by the way, you can find a completely in-depth explanation of the build plus an item set in the link in the description on Patreon, if you are interested. And yeah. Top's getting pushed in. With your Q, you do have to be careful. If your mid laner is getting heavily pushed in, you need to use it from a slightly bigger distance so you don't give it away over the wall. It's something to think about. Going pretty aggressive on bot lane at the moment. Top lane shouldn't be gankable here, but this does mean that like, after like the full clear here, if the Yasuo keeps positioning like that, it should allow for a gank. I'm opting for a full clear, so double point Q. If I was like very worried about an invade at this point, I could still take my fear, but I'm not really. Top lane's getting pushed in heavy, so if Rek'Sai does show up now, I'd be there for the counter gank basically, so it shouldn't be an issue. Not necessarily wanting to smite here, because if I'm gonna smite something, I'd rather smite the Scuttle Crab at this point, if that makes sense. So that would be more contested of a camp compared to anything else. Let's see if I can go for this. Walking with a swooping trinket here. No wards. That should allow for a gank. Here the Cock walk with him there, so my fear actually lands on him the entire time here. If I don't walk forward instantly, then it's going to be quite bad. My fear is not going to land and it would not work out too well. Rek'Sai is spotted top. I was hesitant on going for the Scuttle at first, but Rek'Sai is actually spotted top lane there. Maybe she showed earlier, but I didn't exactly pay attention to it in the first place. Instantly reset here because I need to catch my respawn timer on my Gromp at 420. And we can like look towards going top lane here too. Get myself my CDR boots and we sprint up, Q out of base to have more movement speed. On my way. Top flash. I'm gonna ask if he has flash or not. The Kokma there, you have to walk with him because the moment I start walking ahead of him, he's gonna have to flash over me and that's still gonna get him feared basically. Rek'Sai was very low HP and her sustain in the early game is pretty bad, so it should be okay for me to just like walk up here, no problems. The only question would be if this is warded or not, obviously. Which we're gonna see right now. Doesn't seem to be the case. I'm just pushing this out for them. Okay. That's fine. That is Yasuo flash down. If he wouldn't have had his flash, he would have died obviously there, but this is fine. Completely okay. Now I just go back to my jungle right away and we just go for another full clear quickly. There's a small chance for showing top there that Rek'Sai is like kind of smart enough to take my raptors here, but we're gonna wait and see. It would be very unfortunate if she did. But I have to commit to the next full clear now, because on Nocturne you have to keep your tempo up with those clears, like at least the first two, because hitting level 6 is absolutely required. But the gank opportunities, if they are there the way they were for me, like the bot lane one, for example, or like the top lane one just now where he walked up too far, those are definitely things you want to go for, or you should go for. So, yeah. Good. Is this like a dragon angle? I'm a little bit wary of the situation right now, because LeBlanc's missing. Is this like maybe dragon? We can do dragon, sure. I'm walking down here to help my team. Come away. Come. They're running in the wrong direction. This is not ideal. Oh, he's just gonna suicide. I don't understand why he didn't just run towards me. Like, he had so much time. Instead of walking towards his turret, just run towards me and it should be free. I can't do this. He flashed? Oh, I see. I cannot start dragon there because the second my Lissandra ran top lane, that is completely out of the question. If that's the case, then that's the case. That's all good. On Varus' end, no problem. I would really like to get this bot scuttle, but I don't think it's possible. Lulu no flash, I believe. Cork was rotating, but Lulu is dead here. Just have to hold my Q, basically. He's dead. Goodbye. That's the end of Lulu. Good stuff. Very nice. We saw the Korkmar rotate mid, so this is free. There's level 6. We need Varus to not troll like this right now. Like, going for that third blade there is just kind of griefing it. Honestly. Because now they're going to create a position for themselves, which is not better. There we go. Like, with the Varus showing up there, it's good, but if Varus decided he wanted to stick bot lane there, it would be much worse. Obviously, my darkness instantly, like, prevents them from taking any type of good engage of a fight. Oh my god, my Lissandra dove too hard. Oh no, I'm dead. Yep, thank you, Leona. That's... It's so unlucky that she just doesn't zone for a second. Obviously, you can argue my recall spot there is just not good enough, right? Sure. But for Leona, like, in that situation, she should just walk up to him for, like, 2 seconds. And then this entire death doesn't happen. It's, like, straight up. So that does really suck. But, again, can definitely be viewed as my fault for recalling in the back of the pit, I suppose. I'm gonna have to walk up to the Rift Herald right now, because I am definitely a little worried about this Rek'Sai doing it, which she is not. So I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm gonna let myself get hit by the bounce here with my spell shield up, so I get the attack speed increase for a bit. And this will take priority over anything else right now. My ult will be back up in like 20 seconds too. Lissandra does have ult, so mid lane gank would be good. That's not an ideal death, especially going the shutdown towards Korkmar. I'm very unhappy about. We just 3-man dive this guy. That's a... He went slightly too early there, but I guess, you know. Just gonna herald for money, and I'm just gonna instantly reset here, I think. Do I... One hit. Oh, please, herald, finish that third blade off, I beg. Thank you. It shouldn't be a death on our end. This should be completely fine. I hit the Rek'Sai at least once. So if she does die, it's good. Just gonna have to take my reset now. I'm a little too low. These sets really should have waited a little bit for the Lissandra to be slightly closer. But it's all good. Don't wait for full regeneration. I definitely wait for a good amount though, but I have to get my full clear in now. There's no other option. Got the turret plates out of top lane, which is completely fine. And now I just go for a full clear, wait for my ult cooldown, and then I can ult bot lane probably. Rex, I could technically be rushing towards bot. There's that chance. I have to get this full clear, and I don't have a choice. Like, I can't leave all these camps up, and my ult's on cooldown anyway, so a gank isn't really a feasible option for me right now, so it just makes this a clear choice. I might be able to clear my top side and just sprint at bot lane with my ult cooldown though, instead of clearing my bot side camps right away. That would be a fine choice, I think. I did lose my raptors, it seems. May have lost my red buff then as well if my raptors are gone. Could be the case. Which would be okay, I think. Not that big of a deal. Wonder who took my raptors though. Let's see if my rat's here. It would be great if it is. It is, but I'm not going to clear it right now because I have to just rotate the bot lane as fast as possible, basically. Go in, instantly spell shield myself, focus the Kokma. Very nice. That's what we like to see. Good stuff, and now we just rotate back up, basically. Because that was just a situation where I just have to sprint bot lane instantly to make that happen. I'm gonna ping him there because I saw LeBlanc step towards top side, so he has to be careful here. Okay, LeBlanc's back mid. It was required that I just insta-spam back ping because there is otherwise a very realistic chance that my set just dies. Currently my ult's on cooldown, so at the moment I don't really want to look for anything. She solo kills, that is beautiful. It's 40 seconds on this, so I'm going to clear this camp and then I'm probably just going to reset and just walk back bot lane with the next ult going towards the dragon. I'm going to be very specific with my pings here. Good. Actually, no, I should take this one. There it goes better. And I just sprint bot lane here. I've ult in 12 seconds. That's not great. It should be a free double kill on bot side. Just instantly off ult cooldown, we just go for it. That's one kill at least. It's fine. The Thunder teleport 66. I think this is probably a little risky. She needs to rotate right here. Like she has to. Okay. That has no teleport, we just focus this guy. That's very good. Q here, Q there. Very good. Just play on distance here. Don't have to walk forward. As slow as possible is the best way to go. Very good. This is where we just dragon now because they can't do anything anymore. We played it as far back as possible there initially, right? As you saw, I am not going to walk forward and get hit for free. I'm just going to peel on the backside and see whatever I can get, basically. Which ends up being the best thing. Set gets a free top push. This is good. That's very good. Okay, so my big timer here now would be this next Rift Herald in about 50 seconds. So I'm just going to clear my Krugs here, and then I can look to like reset with that. Because that should give me enough gold. If not enough gold, then I am going to get one more camp cleared, and then I'll reset. It is enough gold. I want the claw fields basically on this recall for the Black Cleaver, right? So that's what I'm looking for. I have 11 out of 15 KP, which is really good. Get the extra ability haste here. We're also level 9, so we're switching to a blue trinket. A blue trinket is basically required on Nocturne because it allows you to get your ultimate off. I don't know about this. It's one down. Okay, good. Just be patient there, like, Set can just hit. It's just a support, right? It's not that big a deal. So I'm just going to prioritize Herald now. I'm just going to let myself get hit by this bounce again, so I get the attack speed increase for a bit there. With the spell shield up, obviously. Instantly good cleanup. I am doing absolute work this game here. He just unburrowed. Being very specific there to the thing that I don't want to go for it. And my Black Cleaver is also going to be like 170 gold, so I definitely just want to play a little safe here. Wait for like level 11. I mean, the teleport there is good. Okay, I'm not disagreeing with that TP whatsoever. It's completely fine. I really don't want to do this. Like, I can't reach that anyway, let's be real, but my team kind of committed to a play there that I didn't want to do because I don't have ult and I have my cleaver in base, basically. I can help. It's okay. I can't help. Cassandra's bot lane, Varus is bot lane. I'm gonna go in 1v3. I'm dead. My Set and Leona kind of just trolled. Like, really. There's no reason to go that aggressive. Being serious about that one. It is what it is. They might be able to get a bot turret here. I'm like not recalling just yet, just in case, right at this moment that they rotate bot. I could still make it because now I do have ult. I need level 11 though. What? The minion wrecked me. Okay, that's really annoying actually. I'm actually gonna walk up the mid lane here for real quick. Let me get this gold here real quick. Let me invest this. Thank you. Very good. I will just sprint mid lane now. She shouldn't be dead. Actually, she might be dead to a LeBlanc now, actually. Yep, dead. Too far forward. My team is inting. Why ping? What do you mean, why ping? I back pinged you. You shouldn't be walking forward there, mate. Stop. Alright, sure, buddy. My team is running it. What is this? That's so unfortunate, man.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Crazy. Just gonna go for this guy. Through it. Flash. Shouldn't be a problem. Dead. Probably not worth my ultimate, to be fair. Not really worth any gold. Oh, man. They really need to stop moving up. Like, they're literally just letting themselves get killed for literally no apparent reason. I don't know what's going on here, but, you know. Again, the set here, like... I'm like so, like, mind blown by how far they're just running it into the enemy team at the moment. That's crazy. I'm just gonna herald the turret here. Blue trinket gets refreshed for free. Get rid of these tunnels. This should get a bounce regardless. Currently Set's dead though, so I definitely have to keep that in mind. I should be hitting turret, which they do, which is good. Please do not walk up. Like, the dragon is about to spawn. Do not int. I beg of you, Lissandra. I see you. I see you walking forward there. Okay. We should be able to just do the dragon straight away without any contest on it. Realistically. Block one of the hits there so I get the increase in attack speed. Need my team to hit this dragon and we should be fast enough, no problem. There's no way they can contest this at all. Yeah, they're not going for it. Very good. That's what we want. Don't walk up. He's gonna die. Why would he do this again, man? He's just gonna get 5-man now. He's literally doing this for a 100 gold kill on Yasuo that he's not even gonna get now. Look at this. Man, that's so rough. Jesus, man. I expect this type of behavior from, like, silver players, maybe. Around that area, but I'm, like, you know, diamond players, man. Really. Kind of crazy. Varus is just pushing bot. I do not want to engage here whatsoever. What is happening, man? That's a good engage. I just needed to wait a little bit. Good flash. That landed on Lulu, so I should be able to chase here. Okay, TP. Run. That's TP. It's good. We got bot turret. Look at her positioning. She just keeps walking up at 30%. What is going on here, man? What does she do? Like, what is going on here? I'm so confused. I'm dead. Man, guys. I should just not... My god. What are they doing, man? I should not have walked with them. I should have just let them die. This guy is clearly trolling me. God. I can't do that, man. I just need to let him die. I really have to just let him die. Because that positioning is absolutely insane. I was worth 1,000 gold shot, and I can never walk up like that. I should have just kept running. It's actually insane. It's... Alright, well. It is what it is. We were super far ahead, and now I think we are actually, like, relatively even. That's really bad. Alright, let's just break soul. The greed on my teammates' eyes is so immense. Like, I don't understand it at all. I'm so confused. We win fights, and then they just keep overextending over and over again. What is this? Better have an item for that one. Alright, ult. I just need to get somebody off the map. This thing is a 56-second cooldown at the moment. Okay. Oh, no. This is gonna cost me Baron. Might do. It's just a 49-second cooldown. It's not a problem. As long as it... Oh, I guess they do allow Baron. Sandra, TP in, please. I beg of you. Actually, TP, please. Little late, but it should be a free fight for us regardless. Because it's a 4v5. Lissandra still has ultimate. Exactly. This is what I thought was going to happen. They were going to rush Baron. We have teleport. It's completely free as long as she TPs, which she did. So that's good. That's literally all I was required there, basically. I forced it a little bit, starting to pray there. I'm not going to lie, because if the Lissandra doesn't TP there, I think we do have a little bit of an issue. Or if my team doesn't want to walk into the Baron, I suppose. But it did end up working out exactly the way I was hoping. It's not bad. So close. Getting this item finished would be really good for me right now.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I need to get my Krugs. Okay. I have to get my Bloodthirster before this soul. I should be fast enough due to my Baron recall, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm mostly just praying that my team doesn't start running it, which they might. Okay, that might be a good kill on Yasuo. Please don't go for it. Just, I beg of you guys. Okay, they didn't walk forward. That's very good. We need this Dragon Soul. Like, if they start walking forward there when I just back to get a big item for myself, and they walk up there, and they die, we lose Dragon, or we have a very good chance at losing Dragon, which is already really bad. I feel like I'm just, like, kind of delegating tasks, and they're, like, half listening, half not. It's a strange feeling. That's for sure. All I really have to do is just focus on getting the Baron in there. Like, ideally here, I should be, like, probably just going mid, and then my Varus, like, Leona... Lissandra maybe top lane or something. I can darkness this up pretty quickly. Lulu out of the way. She was free. Okay. They are very far out of position. This is good. Set's getting like a good situation going for himself there. I'm just playing on like the side, making sure that my Varus doesn't get engaged, only gets the push. Keep poking LeBlanc a little bit here and there. Should be game. Very nice. There we go. Not the cleanest of clean, but it works for me. Definitely not too bad. Last two items would just be 2 tank items, so like Spirit Visage and Thorn Mill here probably. Something like that. And yeah, that is it. So I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 16.4k damage, which is very respectable. Getting out damaged by Set and Lissandra is not unexpected, to be fair. Especially the last fight, Set got a lot of damage in that last one, for sure. And the Lissandra passive absolutely helps with AoE damage there as well. I missed the fight opportunity on Baron, I believe, for a lot of damage there. And obviously the last situation where Set got a bunch of damage as well. So it's a pretty expected outcome here, not gonna lie. True damage, which is like 300, which is just smite damage. Objective damage at 52.9. Kept the focus on this as much as possible. Getting Drake Soul, getting Rift Heralds. Very, very important stuff. Healing done at 12.2k. Damage taken at 20.4. Self-mitigated damage at 19.7. Gold earned at 12.1. For the runes here, the lethal tempo had not the best uptime this game. It wasn't really required, so I guess this is kind of whatever at the moment. Still got the extra hits on attack speed for sure. Like, even though it's not may not be max stacked, it's still pretty reasonable, right? Overheal for 5100 shielding. This can easily rack up to be much more the later the game goes, but it's actually definitely the one you want to take. Because the moment I basically get Bloodthirster is the moment this thing starts popping off completely. Up until that point, not as much. But yeah, after Bloodthirster, absolutely. And then when I build like a Spirit Visage here at some point, it'll kick off even more, basically. So the overheal shield's going to be extremely valuable at that point. It's a max HP shield now as well, so yeah. Tenacity CC, last stand did 86 damage, but I'd still rather take this, even if it does 86 damage, compared to like Coup de Grace, like 900 to 1000 damage potentially, because that Coup de Grace damage is less relevant than getting like 120 damage on last stand in a close fight, right? Because the last stand kicks in when you're lower HP. So if it's a close fight, I'd rather have more damage, specifically in those types of fight situations, than having a slightly more overkill damage in certain situations. So this always ends up being the rune I go for on like bruiser champions like Nocturne compared to Coup de Grace. That's just purely the reason. So even you might see 86 damage, you still take it for that specific reason, because this is like 86 damage in a closer fight situation, because I'd get lower HP. So that's 86 more relevant damage, if that makes sense. Ultimate Hunter, lower ult cooldown speaks for itself, and then just the eyeball collection for some extra AD. And yeah, that is it for Nocturne. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below. And I upload daily, so subscribe for more. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.